What up, YouTube? It's your boy Detroit Love with another video. Hey, today I'm just looking at some quick updates to my modifications. Hopefully they can help you as well. So just some changes in the modifications. I know a lot of people are just starting to mod for the first time, so hopefully these tips can help. As you guys, most of you guys know, I use the speaker bar. The speaker bar, monitor speaker bar. And that works out really nice. Nice sound, crisp sound, controllable from the front. I drilled a hole under the unit, under the speaker. You see the hole there. Kind of hard to see with this light. Get this better. Yep. So I drill a hole there. The wires for the speaker, the two wires from the speaker, and that's concealed under the speaker, velcroed on. But the new addition is adding the wire for the charger, the charging cable for the keyboard comes through that same hole, and then it goes down to the Pi, plugs into the USB there. So that's a good modification there. And so, you know, you have so you see the little dongle, the USB dongle is behind that cable plugged into USB, as well as that USB cable. The other two USBs are your joysticks. And we have the power cord, which is that black and red cable there, plugs into pins 5 and 6 on the GPIO board of the Raspberry Pi, and this box has a fan, and that fan cable plugs into 6 and 9. So if I turn this on, you'll see the fan start up. See there? So the fan just kicked on. So the fan is working along with that power. And I always like to have these cables with less movement as possible, so I'll tie them down several points along the way using the Velcro to keep them in place. This Velcro is pretty strong. It'll hold that stuff in place even if you move this cabinet. It's tied again here, there. Don't really need another one there, but because you know, remember, this one has to be pulled off, so you want to have some slack to be able to get that USB card out. If you need to change images, obviously it has Wi-Fi, so you don't have to take it off to make changes, normal changes. I think that screw might be a little loose. I have to check that. And since that Velcro works like cement, I mean, it's strong, obviously I've secure the power strip in. That thing's not going to budge. Got a little sawdust in here. I have to clean this out. And I Velcro this tray. This tray is normally under the keyboard, but when you have too many lights and wires up there, it doesn't make sense to fiddle with that because you might have to go in there to change things out. It doesn't make sense to put that back up there in most cases. On my Galaga, it does because it doesn't have that many wires. Street Fighter just has way too many cables. So I use it as a tray to hold all the extra stuff you have, and that's Velcroed on. as well, and that is not going to go anywhere as you're transporting this thing from room to room. It'll keep all that extra stuff that you need to keep in there safe and warm. And I always just use one of these bags to keep that SD card sled mounted and available. A lot of times I will take a piece of Velcro and Velcro these two USB encoders cards. I can see my shadow pointing to that one and that one there, and I'll just put them back to back. But in this case, the wires were just too restrictive where I had to place them, and so they're fine to hang like that. That gives you access to them if you need to, if you're having trouble with something, one of your lights or anything, you can come and troubleshoot from here without having to open up the front cabinet. So that works out good. Sometimes you might have to switch ports, and you can do that from here. So update on my case situation. So as most of you guys know, I have a different case in that FLIR case that ETA Prime recommended. I sent that back because I did not like that case. It's just screws were crazy. It just wasn't good. But I like this case here, and they actually sent out a different design of the case, which I've used on other builds, and I'll be putting on this one as well. But the issue was previously was the pin, because the fan wasn't running previously, but you see it is now. See, that's running. So the original pin assignment that they had given with the instructions used pins that you couldn't use at the same time with having the power cord, which is this red and black cord here. So I reached out to the company, and they told me you want to use pins 4 and 9. So I have the red cable in 4 and the black cable in 9, and that allows you to have the power switch on as well as the fan. It's a pretty tight fit, with 4 and 5 and 6 being together, just because of the connector type that's on the power switch cables. But it works. Just you're going to need something like a little small screwdriver or something to help push it in. But again, the update is that if you follow my build list and have the same equipment I have and didn't have your fan hooked up because of you wanted to use the power switch, you now have the ability to have both the fan running to keep your device cool and to have the power switch enabled. All right. So as you can see here, see the white switch is kind of crooked because it's a very tight fit. You have that red cable for the fan plugged into 4, and then you have the power switch plugged into 5 and 6, and then a little bit below that is the black cable in 9. So it's still all bunched up there and pretty tight, but it is possible. And just to show you that the power does indeed, switch does work. So it's on. If I switch that to off, there you go. So I'm just one man. This is what I use because I have this available. What are you guys doing to improve the sound quality of your modified Arcade1up cabinet? Leave your comments in the space below. Subscribe and hit the like button for us. Until next time, I'll see you on the web.